G'day guys, welcome to the walk around of my 2016 Ford Ranger Mk2 Wildtrak. So just to give you the quick rundown, I've spent a shitload of money on this thing since brand new. I was the first one in Queensland with the orange Mk2 Wildtrak, so Ford did a bit of an unveil for me and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. Since then the mods have been endless, so I guess we'll start right where we are. The Steady Type X Pros, these things are unbelievable. The build quality is out of this world. The light, I can't remember exactly how many luminums they are. They shoot about 1.2 kilometers range, somewhere in that vicinity. So a fair bit of light. Also, while speaking about light, we've got the 50-inch curved light bar up the top. That's got a good spot and spread beam in it, being curved. Heat better for lighting up the side of the road while driving at night. Also up front, we've got the off-road armor 13,000 pound winch. This thing is a serious bit of kit. It's got some serious power. We just flip up the number plate here. All the Dyneema rope. Honestly, it's one of the toughest winches I think I've ever seen. Off-road armor. These guys are on the Gold Coast and produce a serious bit of gear. While we're down here, the PIAC bull bar. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first ones put on the Mk2 Wildtrak from Adventure Off-Road down at Springwood, Wayne. Wayne's an unreal bloke to deal with. He colour coded this himself, and I tell you what, he did a pretty bloody good job. So PIAC bull bar, the build quality on this is second to none. It's strong as hell. And I didn't really want the big hoops and stuff like that, just the look that I wanted. So also up top, I've changed out the Mk2 grille and gone for the one out of the Raptor. It's a whole heap lighter, so looks a whole lot better too. While we're up front, we'll pop the bonnet, have a quick look at some of the mods under here. We have gone with the Forefront Industries intake pipe upgrade, the hard pipe cooler upgrade. That's a stage 3 kit, so that's eliminated the rubbish. I don't, if you know about Rangers, you'd know that it's got a heap of crap under here, under the turbo. Also, Forefront Industries oil catch can. Now this thing's been tuned. I had it tuned from Ultimate Diesel Tuning at G-Bung. They did a pretty damn good job. It tuned out some pretty good power, heap of torque, but I shut the turbo. After running it for nearly 2 years, I shut the turbo. So I took it back to the boys there. They confirmed that it had a shadow rear wheel. They've now retuned it, and we have put a high flow billet turbo on it. Now that's their brand, Ultimate Diesel Tuning. Their builder builds the turbos to order, upgrades all the internals, high flows it, and retuned it to suit. And the thing makes nearly 700 newton meters of torque, or thereabouts, just under, can't remember off the top of my head. Over 200 horsepower at the rear wheels on a 33-inch mud tyre. So plenty of power to churn those 33s up. So we'll just come around here. While we're up the front, I've gone with a road safe recovery points. They're on both sides. They're rated to 5,000 kilos each. The reason I went with that is the ARB one that everyone thinks is the better one is under the center of the car. And if you're bogged, that's going to be a struggle to get to. So in my opinion, these are up front. They look alright. Actually, they look pretty damn cool. In my opinion, they're a much better bit of gear. Between the two, that's 10,000 kilos. Pretty sure you're not going to need that. So, also up front, we've got the Bilstein lift. That's a 4-inch lift. The King Springs heavy duty shock. So that's the suspension in this thing. The rear runs a EFS leaf spring with a 350 constant load rating. Also Bilstein shocks. Tyres and rims, we run a 285 70/17. That is wrapping an Ox racing wheel. Can't complain with them. I quite like the look of them. They're tough. The tyres, no noise or anything like that. So also I run a 3-inch flare, and that's just to house the offset of these wheels. If you just shoot around here and have a look down here, the PIAC bull bar is actually made to suit the alignment of the flare. So happy days, because I already had the flares on the car. Gone with an Ironman snorkel. The reason behind that is purely it uses the standard vent hole in the guard. I didn't really want to be cutting big holes in my guards and whatnot, so that utilises a factory hole. Just coming back, we've gone with a off-road armour sidestep and rock slider. These things hang a little bit lower than your traditional rock slider. They're a whole lot tougher, and the reason being is the kids use these to get up into the car. I couldn't really lose the sidestep and just put a rock slider on there, so they are bloody tough. Just to the back, like I said, we run a EFS leaf spring 350 constant load, Bilstein 2-inch shock in the back. Yeah, the lift in the front is a 4, in the back is a 2. Reason for that is it's leveled the car out. Also the 3-inch flare, run the Aeroclass canopy on the back. Not a bad bit of gear. It's not exactly what I want, but hey, it does the job. Just grab the camera for a second. We've gone with the, got the kids fishing rod holders up there at the moment. The second battery in the back there. Dad's fishing rods are in the drawer. While we're here, we've gone with the Roller flat rack, the Roller Titan racks. I've got 2 of them, one on the front, one on the back. Run a 110 watt solar panel on top. Got the tread recovery tracks. Just swing around here to the back. We have the, like I said, the second battery, the CTEC DC to DC charger, the King's 1500 watt inverter, the fire extinguisher, the Titan drawer, the King's volt gauge. Also run a King's fridge, 70 litre dual zone. Cannot fault this thing, it runs awesome. Like I said, I have had a heap of work done from Wayne at Adventure Off-Road, so hey, be sure to stop in and see Wayne if you need anything. The fridge, yes, everyone bags Kings, but this thing runs awesome. I run 1 second battery, 110 amp hour deep cycle, and I've never killed it with the DC to DC and the solar, so that thing's awesome. Just while we're waiting for our caravan to be delivered, we don't have the Ziggy or anything on board the car, but I run the June 4-wheel drive barbecue and gas cooker, so that just sits up there. The fridge box itself, I actually made this in the garage at home just for what I wanted. I like the look of it, and just house it so we can stack the back up without loading shit on top of the fridge. Now the tailgate, I actually cut the center of it out just because we got little kids, made it easier sitting up them or changing nappies or whatever we had to do, so I put on a bit of carpet there on the board. Also got the easy down absorbers for the tailgate. Anyone that's got a Ranger would know that these things are bloody heavy in the Mark 2s. Pretty sure they've rectified that in the Mark 3, but unfortunately I don't have that, so it's an easy up, easy down. Makes things a whole lot easier. Just coming around here, just inside, I've kept it pretty simple. Just got the EDS data scan, the Oricom UHF, and the King's fridge monitor mounted there on the dash. Other than that, she's pretty standard up there. Oh, and all my light switches, mounted them all up the top here. So compressor and winch and all that sort of stuff, it's all mounted up there. Just shooting back to the back of the car quickly. In under here, I do have mounted a twin compressor. So I haven't mounted yet, but I do have an air reel, so we can air up the car and the van once it arrives. I think that's about it. I don't think there's much more I need to touch on. It's got the King's 2.5 by 2 meter awning. Yep, another King's product, bag it all you like, but this thing produces the shade we need. We don't use it a whole lot, but when we do, it works. The shovel mount up top here on the roller rack. haven't really been stuck, so I haven't had to use it. The Oricom UHF aerial. But guys, that's about it. That's my 2016 Mark II Wildtrak. This thing churns out the power, looks good, love driving it, can't rate it enough. Thanks for watching. We'll shoot on some clips now. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. That'd help us out a great deal. Once this caravan arrives, there will be a whole lot more travel videos. So jump on, click the button.